Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Angry Video Game Nerd, and it's going to be episode 193, and it's going to be Sega Game Gear VHS tapes. Oh boy, I don't know what to expect, only what's told in the title, of course, Sega Game Gear VHS tapes. Yeah, not familiar with this one, never heard of Sega Game Gear VHS tapes. I'm sure it's going to be a real doozy of an episode though. Yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd. This month marks the 50th anniversary of Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka,
so
of
I
course.
wanted to watch it with my kids, but it wasn't streaming in the United States. Thankfully,
Fully from
I had
ExpressVPN. Yeah, of course, I knew he was going to slip that
reroutes
in.
your connection through another country's
God.
server, allowing you to unblock geo-restricted
ExpressVPN.
content. Since the movie's not on Netflix in the USA, I just swapped my location over to Spain, and it showed up. It's as if ExpressVPN tore down the walls to Wonka's
God, I
chocolate
hate that
factory and
Cheer
allowed
Up
all
Charlie
the
song.
previously hidden candy to
Anyone
pour out,
starts
but
singing
in
that
this
damn
case,
song in the
Netflix's
comments, they're
massive
gonna get him
library.
slapping.
It's easy to use, and everything loads super
Seriously,
fast
don't you
without
dare
any
start
buffering.
singing
Always
that
in
Cheer
sweet
Up
high
Charlie
definition.
bullshit in my
ExpressVPN
comment
also
section.
encrypts your network data, keeping it secure
Fucking
every
Cheer
time
Up
you go
Charlie.
online. Plus, at less than $7 a month,
God
it doesn't
damn
take
that
much
song.
imagination to see why ExpressVPN is the world's #1 rated VPN. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN
3 months of
free by
fucking
heading over
Cheer
to
Up Charlie.
expressvpn.com/cinemassacre
Fucking
or by clicking the link
bastards.
in the description below.
He's the angry
Alright, this looks good.
video game nerd.
What's Sonic doing this? Well, it's Sega, of course.
When it comes to video game promotions,
Oh, he got his
one
thumb.
of the weirdest was Sega's hotel sponsorship. I cut my thumb.
Yes.
Did you even know
Yeah.
that Howard Johnson
That's the
was
first time I've seen
official
him cut his
hotel
thumb.
for Sega Fun? Did you even know what a Howard Johnson was? Well, if you didn't, this long-haired byproduct of 90s stereotypes and corporate greed will drill it into your soul. Today, we're going to find out why cool kids go Hojo
Cool
with
kids.
Sega. What the hell is Hojo? You'll find that out too. Imagine for a moment you're trying to have a relaxing stay at a hotel.
Hojo sounds
but
like a
this
prostitute.
deranged anal belch of a human assaults your senses at every step while he tries to force you to play Game Gear because he's obsessed with two things and two things only: Howard Johnson and Game Gear. And that's what we're talking about today. An awful line of VHS tapes
Oh,
called
boy.
Sega Game Gear tips. They were sold at Howard Johnson in the mid-90s. In today's age, video game information can be found everywhere, but back then, you had to get magazines, or in some case, VHS tapes, like those secret video game strategy tapes that I actually rented from the video store.
Damn.
It was the first time I remember seeing
like
recorded
Blockbusters.
video game playback, aside from commercials. At the time, I thought it was amazing. Nintendo produced a lot of these during the SNES and N64 generation. It was an experimental era, as many of these tapes were pretty awkward.
This isn't right, because I just got done. I didn't go all the way up the wall. So I can't say disappearing. I didn't go all the way up, and
Go all the way up.
I went up the wall and fell, and just pushed the button and fell. I just remember that right when I was...
Sega Game
Okay,
Tips,
yeah.
sometimes called Sega Game Gear Tips, is a series of sponsored Sega game-related videos that are some of the weirdest things I've ever watched. I mean, almost as weird
Oh,
as Plumber's
Plumbers
Donut
to Wet Ties.
Of the
Oh,
4
God.
tapes, 3 of them star this annoying 90s fuck who sounds like, I don't know, a mix of Gambit from X-Men and Foghorn Leghorn, maybe?
Because next to Sega video games, food is my favorite thing in the techno jungle.
They were sometimes sponsored by different companies like
It's like
Oscar
Jay and
Mayer
Silent Bob.
Post
What the
Cereal.
fuck is this
But the ones
bullshit?
we're talking about today are for Howard Johnson hotels. The post-serial one also has the same guy as the Howard Johnson tape, Michael B. He's one of the most annoying characters in the world. He's basically what you get when a bunch of out-of-touch corporate morons try to appeal to the youth of the 90s.
Pepsi Man comes to mind for some reason.
So obviously, the tapes were made to promote Sega, and if you were staying at a Howard Johnson, you could rent a Game Gear. I guess mostly for parents to occupy their kids with. It's kind of like when you go into a hotel and there's a game console built into the TV. You could also get a VHS tape or a fun pack that was filled
Fun
with stickers and buttons and shit. 2 different tapes were released during the promotion. They're exactly
'Cause, yes,
the same,
stickers are
except for
fun.
the Game Gear tips, which suck balls anyway.
You can
The
have
video
24
is
hours
just a
of fun with
thinly veiled
stickers.
advertisement with some bullshit game tips sprinkled in once in a while. And trust me, calling them tips is generous. They're usually something anyone could figure out easily by just playing the damn game. This tip for Taz is literally how to go through a door.
What?
Thank God I have a tape that tells me the basic functions. How else would I have figured out the way to go through a door?
Yeah.
To go through the fucking door.
The logic.
Tips are there just to make you forget you're watching a long Howard Johnson commercial.
The fucking
That's what this
logic's
is,
impeccable.
Except it's a commercial you pay $10 for.
Damn.
The video's plot, yes, plot, is beyond absurd. It starts with this cranky-ass business guy
Oh,
who just wants to
fucking
relax
flashing.
at Howard
It's like
Johnson.
having a seizure.
But everywhere he goes, he's pestered by this long-haired douchebag who tries to force him to play Game Gear. The camera work and editing is some of the most annoying shit you could imagine.
Oh, it's all over the
Camera's
place.
always moving, like the operator filmed it while being beaten by rabid baboons. There's also a strobe light or something that keeps going off. This tape is an assault to your senses.
Oh,
It's like some kind of CIA torture method. I'd rather hook my balls to a car battery. It
Oh,
also has
damn.
possibly the most irritating catchphrase I've ever heard.
And you know, sir, that Howard Johnson is the family vacation hotel. And kids go, Hojo! With a Sega.
So, what is Hojo?
Hojo.
I think it's some kind of abbreviation of Howard Johnson, but I've never heard one person in my entire life
Kids
say
go
go
Hojo.
Hojo.
Imagine
Nah.
stopping at some shitty hotel and all the kids there are running around with their faces glued to these low-res Game Gear screens screaming, Hojo!
Hojo.
Who said that? Who said Hojo? Oh.
If I knew anyone who ran around with a Game Gear and screamed Hojo and they weren't trying to be ironic, I'd shit out my dick. That's a real stretch to try to make the name Howard Johnson sound cool to 90s preteens. That's like the chain restaurant Buffalo Wild Wings. It's sometimes called B-dubs. Yeah, I've heard people call it that, and it actually shows up on their menus.
But come to think of it, B-dubs puts a smile on my face. I'm calling it fucking B-dubs.
Also, instead of Hojo, shouldn't it be Howja? Because it's Howard Johnson? Why am I thinking so deeply into this shit?
Yeah, I don't think so
Rather talk about
deeply.
B-dubs. Fucking B-dubs. Yeah. So anyway, this poor guy just wants to take a nap, but everywhere he goes, he's hounded by this crazy
Oh.
dude. It's like the plot of a Looney Tunes cartoon.
What'd you bring me, Daddy?
He always speaks in extreme close-up, and with all these trippy angles, flashes, and
This
jump cuts.
Jesus,
it
I
pulls
feel
off
like my
he's some
fucking
kind of
sensory
pushy
eye
drug
vision's
lord
been
from a public
bombarded
service
by
announcement. It's
flashes.
almost like the Game Gear is the drug. It actually feels like it's trying to advertise not to play Game Gear. Every so often, this weird disembodied head pops up and gives random tidbits about the Sega promotion.
From Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend, a child accompanied by an adult staying at Howard Johnson has a choice of a free fun pack or Sega Game Gear game tip video.
Fun
But without
pack.
a kid, you grown-ups have to pay for it.
Who is that guy? Beats me. I thought it was with you.
I guess he's like the hotel's lawyer or something. It's a good thing they have one, because if I were this businessman, I'd sue the dick off this hotel chain
Yeah.
for causing me anxiety. Like, shit, if the guy doesn't want to play a fucking Game Gear, then just leave him alone.
Yeah.
So after some
God,
more
this
shitty
poor
game
bastard.
tips, the business guy goes to grab some food, and of course, the same guy is also the waiter. What a wacky motherfucker.
Kind of reminds me like a
No problem, sir. Our
a fat
special
version
special
of
these
JonTron
salad salads.
for some reason.
Knuckles Knockwurst sounds messed
Or a
up.
fat version
You'd
of,
think they ground
Ferris
up
Bueller.
Knuckles into a sausage. Seeing how fucked up this hotel is, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd rather stay at the Bates Motel or the fucking
Bates
Overlook.
Motel.
So the same thing keeps happening over and over for the entire tape. Business guy wants to do something, long-haired jackass whips out a Game Gear, tells him how
course.
Howard Johnson is the official hotel of Sega video game fun, and then the business guy has a mental breakdown. It's like a nightmare. Eventually, the business guy heads to his room, where it just so happens a member of the housekeeping staff is fixing up.
Ooh, I like
He
this
walks
game.
in, sees this attractive woman, and then, oh no, he turns into a total creep and starts putting on the moves.
Why not?
Oh, holy
You gotta play your cards close
shit.
here. It's got
This
real
is so
XXX real
insanely
fast. It's turned
inappropriate.
into a
It's
Porto fast.
unbelievable they let this pass in an
It's
advertisement
escalated.
for a hotel. It's another reason why this tape could never exist today.
If something's not quite right, just let us know. If it's within our control, we'll make it right, or that night is free.
Well, that's very nice.
But things take a twist.
Oh, yeah.
Because when she turns around, take one guess who she is.
Oh,
Yep,
please,
you
no.
guessed it. It's the crazy dude.
Oh, no! Oh, God,
Then the business
no!
guy passes out.
Oh, that's traumatizing. That is traumatizing. I would be passing out as well. That's blue balls right there. That's not cool at all.
So after all the different types
That's
of
not
harassment
cool.
we witnessed in this psychotic hotel, the businessman finally decides to play the Game Gear and enjoys it. He reacts to it like someone's tickling his anus.
Someone's probing up there for a ring or
After
something.
all that, it's time for him to head out.
Probably
Hopefully
Sonic
with
trying to get one of
B-dubs.
his rings back.
This next part puts a nice little bow on this package of flaming dog shit. Check this out. First, the guy pulls some sick moves when he's leaving. I love how they try to make his
Was
little
he
jump
trying
look
to jump like
badass.
Mario or
They put it
something?
in slow-mo and add some kind of shake effect, like this
Why?
dude pushed the entire Earth down, and then he bumps into the car.
I just don't get
But
it.
after he gets in the car, he gives the crazy dude his tip, the Game Gear, and then he turns into the crazy dude. Oh, what a fucking twist.
Of course.
Oh, B-dubs. We get a closing voiceover, like a shitty version of the Twilight Zone. It even goes to black and white, with the crazy dude using Rod Serling quotes like, "Little did he suspect."
Now, little did he suspect that I was all waiting for him right here at this Howard Johnson.
Rod Serling's spinning in his grave so hard, he's probably drilled to the center of the earth by now.
To sum it up, this might be the worst gaming thing
Yeah, the
I've
hair
ever
suits him.
seen, and the worst thing the 90s has to offer in general. It's mind-numbing bullshit your grandparents...
I kinda like that
couldn't
hairstyle. It
It'll
looks
make you
pretty
avoid
attractive with
a
that hair.
Howard Johnson hotel
I gotta give it.
at any cost, where kids go, Hojo! You'd rather jump in a pool of venomous snakes than stay here. You'll want to shove a Game Gear up Howard Johnson's asshole. Sideways. A Game Gear inside of Howard Johnson's asshole sideways. It's what you call a fun back, and that is packing in the fun. It's a shitload.
I like his
of
hairdo.
fun.
It really
It's a
is
bullfuck,
pretty cool.
B-dubbing motherfucking sucker of shit. And I don't like it.
Welcome to the next level.
Sega. Okay, that was a weird one. Whew. Yeah, I gotta admit that hairstyle for the nerd is absolutely beautiful. I mean, just you gotta love that hair. I really do believe that hair is very attractive on him in a weird sensual way. Don't read too much into it. But yeah, that was Sega Game Gear VHS tapes. Yeah, I don't know why they would sort of do that. That's just no. That's ridiculous. I mean, the flashing lights. The constant bombardment of this guy always harassing that poor bastard, and the cock block blue balls scene where, you know, when he thought he was gonna get a piece of action, only to realize that it was a guy is that's not cool. You don't do that to a guy. There's some lines you do not cross, and that was one of them. You never do that to a guy. That's traumatizing. But yeah, Sega Game Gear VHS tapes. It was a real funny episode. I really liked this one. It was a bit different from what we're typically sort of used to. This was not a sort of regular episode, I guess, but it was still good. I enjoyed it. It was very interesting. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.